Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Monday afternoon here today from Thoroldson Park Complex, where we have a couple of different Region 1 baseball games that are going to be in action here at 11 o'clock this morning on yourliveevent.com. I'm Chase Miller. Here's the schedule for today if you're going to be tuning in on Your Live Event or whether you're coming out to Fargo as well. This will be at the Thoroldson Park, so we're sitting up on makeshift media row at Starion Bank Field. We're looking at Helling Field right now for the Lisbon and Oaks broadcast. The winner of this game will move on to play a 1 o'clock game this afternoon in a loser out or elimination contest. The loser of this game is officially done for the season. What's going on at 11 o'clock as well? Over with Josh Boyko at Helling Field. Making its way is going to be Oak Grove and Kindred. We're at Teamsters Field here with Lisbon and Oaks. So that's the first two games of the day. Both are elimination contests, and then the winners of these two games will make their way to Helling Field coming up at 1 o'clock. Northern Cass and Central Cass then will play later on the winners bracket, with the winner punching a spot into the championship, with the loser then having to go through the losers portion of the bracket. The nice thing from both the Northern Cass and Central Cass perspective is a loss does not end your season, and also you're going to be part of the final three teams regardless when this tournament resumes. If they can get in tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, it just really is going to depend on what Mother Nature has in store, what the schools have for their activities for both the academic side, and then obviously for some that are dual sport athletes, what state track and field will have as that begins on Thursday as well. So fingers crossed that we can go from 6 teams to 3 teams today. We get all 4 games in, and then we'll see what the rest of the week just has in store. Also going on, Region 2 baseball on yourliveevent.com. Mayport CG and Hillsborough Central Valley just got underway from Mayville State. We're scheduled to have Region 2 softball at noon today in Mayville a little bit later on. And then Region 3 baseball has been postponed in the more 24 hours. They're slated to get going tomorrow. And then Jake Berkemeyer will be out in Castleton for Region 1 softball. So there's been a flurry of changes and difference of events. But the good news is right now we're scheduled to get a couple of games in here at 11 o'clock on yourliveevent.com. Welcome to our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com. We'll keep you apprised of what's going on over at Helling Field again between Oak Grove and Kindred. You can also watch that on the broadcast. Josh Boyko. It's a makeshift field broadcast up the left field line there, just kind of out in the elements. I'm Chase Miller with you here today from the perch at Starion Field, which has now become a makeshift media row for this Lisbon Bronco and the Oaks Tornadoes broadcast. When we come back, we'll take a look at how Oaks and Lisbon has fared so far throughout the tournament, some of the stats. We'll get to our starting lineups and more here today, still to come on yourliveevent.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware. Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we continue on our pregame show, again brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Fingers crossed we're able to get 2 rounds of baseball in here today, which we eventually will get from 6 teams down to 3 teams. Taking a look at the weather forecast, currently 48 degrees, some blustery conditions throughout the day, and it's going to remain blustery, hoping that we can get to 3-4 o'clock without any rain showers or sprinkles and get these games in. They were scheduled to be at Starion Field, but just with the weather that they had over the weekend, unable to play the games, and also they moved them to 2 separate fields to try to not just get 2 games in today, but trying to get all 4 games in here as well. Taking a look at what happened a little bit earlier here throughout the baseball tournament, at some of the finals from Starion Field back on Thursday, which seems like quite a long distance ago here in this one. So we take a look at some of the finals. Northern Cass in Lisbon. Northern Cass came back with a 6-5 victory over the Lisbon Broncos. Jordan Bittner picked up the loss, going 5 1/3, while Trey Huzar came in relief and picked up the win, going 3 2/3 here in that game back on Thursday. Then during the rain-delayed game between Kindred and Central Cass, the Central Cass Squirrels would come back and score 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th to defeat the Kindred Vikings 7-3. Central Cass 7, the Kindred Vikings 3. Jake Thompson with a 2-run homer in that game, which tied it at 3 apiece. Picking up the win was Keegan Peterson. Picking up the loss was Jack McDonald. Then in our loser-out portion of the tournament, winners in 5, Oak Grove over the Enderlin Eagles 15-3. Jack Bjornson, 5 innings of work, 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, and a walk. And they did a nice job scoring 8 runs on 6 hits in the first inning for the Fargo Oak Grove Grovers. Zach Winter hit a 2-run homer and had 5 runs driven in. And then the Oaks Tornadoes took care of the Ball Stars as they were able to win her in 5 as well. 12-1. James Trainer was the story of the game. 5 innings, 4 hits, a run. He had 3 strikeouts with 2 walks and a hit batter. He went 3 for 3 at the plate as well, with 3 stolen bases and a couple of runs scored for the Oaks Tornadoes. So that's how we got to this point of the season. Starting pitcher for the Lisbon Broncos is Cruz Ranke, while starting pitcher will be Michael Hoisted for the Lisbon Broncos upcoming here today. We'll take a quick break on our Irie Insurance pregame show. We come back around the corner. We'll get you ready for the starting lineup and the opening pitch, and also let you know what's going on today across yourliveevent.com and keep you apprised of Region 2 baseball in Mayville. That and more still to come on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Guiding light, 'cause you don't now you're not alone. I will be there as you through the door. I will lead you.
The Northern Cass Booster Club is here for all Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletics, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cass Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now, or follow the Northern Cass Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year, or simply search for the Northern Cass Booster Club page on the Northern Cass School website. Go Jags!
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
As we've seen the Lisbon Broncos take their in and out field, as now the Oaks Tornadoes are on the diamond here. Taking a look at the Lisbon Broncos so far in 2 games, they have stolen 7 bases here in the Region 1 baseball tournament. 11 innings combined between Hoffer, Bittner, and Cordero. 18 hits, 9 runs, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts in terms of their pitching staff so far here for Lisbon. Some of the batters to make note of that had some nice tournaments so far. Colton Johnson, 5 runs driven in. He's 4 of 6 at the plate. Similar with Jaden Howard, who's 4 of 6 at the plate as well. 3 runs scored and 2 runs driven in. Jordan Bittner, 3 of 5 with 4 runs scored and 4 RBI. Those are just a couple of them that have stood out so far for head coach Brad Bittner's club. Winner of this game goes up against the winner of Kindred and Oak Grove, and we'll have that for you on yourliveevent.com. Schedule the 1 o'clock first pitch over with Josh Boyko at Helling Field. For the Oaks Tornadoes, head coach by Sean Karajan here, they have 8 stolen bases so far. Their team pitching has used 4 pitchers of Trainer, Hoisted, Wagner, and then also from there you got Brooks, the senior, that has pitched as well. 9 innings of work, 15 hits, 12 runs, 8 strikeouts, and 10 walks so far. Both the games for Oaks have been 5-inning games where they only pitched 4 innings in Kindred, and they pitched 5 innings against the Ball Stars back on Thursday here in Fargo. Some of those that have stood out so far at the plate for the Tornadoes: James Trainer, 3 of 4, 3 runs with a couple runs driven in. Chris Titus is 1 of 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs. And Tristan Peterson, 2 for 5 with 2 runs and a run driven in as well. Just a couple to make note of here today on our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. As we can see the crowd making its way through and getting to some bleacher seats here at Teamsters Field, as it is going to be bundled up weather conditions here today. So one more time, if you're just joining us, to schedule games at 11 and games at 1 o'clock. The next game we'll have on this diamond will be the winner's bracket matchup between Central Cass and Northern Cass. What we have coming up over at Helling Field will be the winner of this game against the winner of Kindred and Oak Grove. That'll be at 1 o'clock later today with Josh Boyko. This is our pregame show, again brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. We're back with more here from Fargo on yourliveevent.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
It's time to hit the ground with summer lawn and gardening projects, and Mayport Hardware is here to help. Stop by the greenhouse and browse the wide selection of flowers to liven up your yard. From the outdoor power tools of mowers, tillers, and trimmers to the lawn care essentials of seeds, fertilizers, and top-tier gardening tools, let Mayport Hardware transform your yard to where the grass is greener. Come visit Tim, Sue, and the staff at Trail County's Hardware Hank on Main Street in Mayville.
As we get you an in-game update here today on yourliveevent.com, brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. Up in Mayville, the Mayport CG Patriots won. The Burros of Hillsborough Central Valley won as they make their way to the bottom of the second inning. That again in Mayville on yourliveevent.com with both Joe Lancello and Dawson Peterson on the call for you on that one. Later today up in Mayville for the Region 2 baseball tournament, it'll be 2 loser-out games or elimination games to start things off. 10:30 again, Mayport CG and Hillsborough Central Valley tied at 1, bottom of the second. From there, roughly at around 12:30, will be Nelson County, Hatton Northwood, also in an elimination game. Later tonight, roughly at 2:30, the Thompson Tommies, the number 1 seed and defending state champ, will play the winner of the Burrows or Mayport CG. That'll be part of the double elimination bracket. So the more important game for the Burrows and the Patriots is game number 1 to survive and advance. And then you do have a game in hand if you lose. And similar where Larimore waits later tonight at 4:30, and they will play either the winner of Nelson County or Hatton Northwood. That, again, is the Region 2 baseball tournament up in Mayville. Region 3 baseball tournament has officially been postponed until tomorrow, and we'll see what weather has in store. But the games in Lemoore will have Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, Edgeley, the number 1 seed against Carrington. Also part of the Region 2 baseball tournament a little bit later on. From there, South Border and New Rockford, Cheyenne at 2 o'clock, and then you'll have a Kidder County against the loser of that contest with South Border and New Rockford, Cheyenne. So that, again, is the schedule for tomorrow. But as we alluded to back on Thursday, just consult with your local AD, that is in your respective school district. They're going to know a good chunk the same as the coaches once they know the official word from the regional rep on where games are going to be played or what time the games are going to be had. Make sure you stay tuned there. And then also go to our website, yourliveevent.com, our social media pages on Facebook and Twitter. Give us a like, give us a follow. Call it X now as well, or simply go to R&J Broadcasting's website with KRJB, KKCQ, KRJM radio stations, and we'll keep you covered for everything that's going on in Minnesota and North Dakota. Tomorrow, Minnesota is supposed to be section softball going on a little bit later on. So, again, very fluid, active spring here, and it's just the forecast does not look pleasant as well for what tomorrow has, but maybe it might not be the greatest in Fargo, but it could be a little bit better somewhere else to try to get some games. And again, this is our in-game update brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. That, again, is dhb.bank. We'll continue with more on the pregame show after this here on yourliveevent.com. As the Oaks Tornadoes are wrapping up their infield, outfield, we'll get to the officials coming up to get the starting lineups here in a moment. That's what we'll go through next year. Our starting 9 for the Broncos and our starting 9 for the Tornadoes all around the corner next here on yourliveevent.com.
Of Outlaws late models return to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota, June 28th. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown, presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Enjoy the experience. Nationwide top 10 experience last year. Let's make it number 1 this year. World of Outlaws late models, Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown, presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Tickets now available ncraceway.com.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
This is our pregame show as they're getting ready and just about wrapped up with their warm-ups here. And we'll get to the starting lineups in a quick moment. By the Oaks Tornadoes, they're the higher seed, so they will be the visitors today on the Bank North scoreboard. Lisbon, the home team today, virtue of their lower seed. So the Lisbon Broncos, in terms of their seed line, being the 4 seed, Oaks is the 5, so Lisbon will eventually, again, be the home team. The starting lineups for the Oaks Tornadoes will go like this. James Traynor, the senior shortstop. You have Tristan Peterson, the sophomore center fielder. Chris Titus, the senior catcher, will be batting third. Michael Hoisted, the opposing senior pitcher, will be batting in the cleanup spot here for Oaks. Harry Newstill, the freshman third baseman, batting fifth, with Deegan Rorick, the senior first baseman, batting sixth. Zaid Heyer, the junior left fielder, seventh. Anthony Ferderer, the freshman right fielder, batting eighth. Joseph Dobis will be the sophomore designated hitter for Dobitz, and then Ben Wagner will be at second base here for Oaks. So Traynor, Peterson, Titus, Hoiston, Newstill, Rorick, Heyer, Ferderer, Dobitz, and then from there you have Wagner coming up a little bit later on here when the defense in the flex spot for the junior second baseman. The Oaks Tornadoes head coach is Sean Kirijan. As we make our way now to Lisbon Broncos and their starting 9 here today on our Irie Insurance pregame show. The junior second baseman is Cam Cordero. Eli Lyons, the junior catcher, batting second. Jordan Bittner, the junior shortstop, batting third, with Jaden Howard, the cleanup batter, the senior left fielder. Colton Johnson, the senior first baseman, batting fifth, with Elliot Welter. He will be batting sixth for the center fielder for the Broncos. Cruz Ranke, the freshman pitcher, batting seventh. Jackson Hoffer, the senior right fielder, will be in the 8 hole, and Jacob Lyons, the senior third baseman, batting ninth. So one more time, Cordero, Eli Lyons, Jordan Bittner with Jaden Howard. Also from there, you'll have Colton Johnson, Welter, Ranke, Hoffer, and Jacob Lyons here today on YourLiveEvent.com. That is our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all, from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. For more, go to IrieInsurance.com. When we come back after this, it's the starting pitch next between the Broncos and the Oaks Tornadoes, here to begin things off for our first of 2 games from Teamsters Field. Currently underway already over at Hellingfield is Kindred and the Oak Grove Grovers. They got a little bit of an earlier jump start there across the Theraldson Park here on YourLiveEvent.com.
It's beginning. The Central Cast Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cast High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cast Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcastboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcastboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
And that does it for our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today with Irie Insurance. Chase Miller with you as the Lisbon Broncos have taken the field as we get you ready for our first pitch, brought to you in part by both the Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. Check out the World of Outlaw late models on June the 28th in Ada. Tickets now available at NormanCountyRaceway.com. That again is NormanCountyRaceway.com. Up in Ada, while the Red River Valley Speedway has Friday night races starting at 7, and also the World of Outlaws Donnie Johnson Company coming into West Fargo on May the 31st and August the 23rd. For more info, go to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com. That again is RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information of the races out in West Fargo. As we start to rev it up here today on a Monday morning, as you're getting ready for this particular contest, 325 down the left and right field line, 360 in the gaps, then 390 to straightaway center. The Lisbon Broncos in their red attire uniforms here, while the Oaks Tornadoes will be in their black tops. And starting lineup brought to you in part by the Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. As we're off and running, the opening pitch is going to be swung on and miss. 11:04 is the first pitch, and the wind continues now to howl and bring a little bit more gusts into this one. Here's the 0-1 offering upcoming to Traynor. as that one will miss for a ball. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike as we get to our umpiring crew. Gareth Hansen, Justin Farkas, and Gary Brooks are umpires here in this one, as this is going to be popped up. And the third baseman will see this, and that'll be caught by the third baseman in Jacob Lyons right in front of the dugout. And there's going to be 1 down on the way here in the top of the first inning. So James Traynor is retired on 3 pitches, and there is 1 down. Gareth Hansen again with Justin Farkas and Gary Brooks. In this one, for our umpiring crew. Gareth is calling balls and strikes. Here's the offering to Peterson. That'll miss outside. 1 down here to the sophomore center fielder, as Tristan Peterson so far here in this tournament has gone 2 for 5, a 2-run scored and a run driven in here in this one. Here's the offering upcoming here to Tristan. That's going to be hit in the air, but that'll go foul, and we'll keep it with a 2-1 count upcoming here to Tristan. The wind is blowing into our faces up in the makeshift media row, which means if you can get a hold of one, maybe you can gap one into center field, left field here today. As down the left field line is due south, down the right field line is due west here. Very similar in terms of starring on a field playing back on Thursday. Here's the offering in there for a strike. As we work the count full now with Tristan Peterson after 3 pitches. James Traynor was retired. Tristan working the count here for the sophomore center fielder. And our first of 3 elimination games today from Fargo's. This is going to be hit right back up the middle. The second baseman will glove it there. Throws across, barehanded. That one's picked off. Yes, it is by Johnson. Nicely done as that one goes to Cordero to Johnson. 4-3 on the putout. And there is 1 down. Now 2 down here in the top of the second inning. So that was a nice backhanded play by Cordero eventually to get the out. But more importantly, a better play by the first baseman, you could argue, on that one by Johnson, as this is going to be a strike, as it's now 0-1 here to Titus. As you see the infield, outfield, the cars with Interstate going off in the background here today as well. No balls and a strike to the senior catcher in Titus. Breaking ball. Looks like to be a 1 ball and 1 strike count. Here is Titus, 1 of 4 in the tournament with 2 runs scored, 2 runs driven in, and 2 strikeouts. Here to the number 3 batter. Titus is going to hit one down the left field line, but that'll go foul. Close towards the bullpen area here for the Oaks Tornadoes. After Titus, it would be the opposing pitcher and Michael Hoisted. If Titus can find a way to climb aboard here. Scrooge Ranke looking for a 3-up, 3-down for the freshman. That one just misses in on the inner part of the plate. It's now 2-2. First time we've seen Ranke so far. Hoffer, Bittner, and Cordero have pitched here in this tournament for the Broncos. 2-2 pitch is going to be popped up, and that one will go out of play. We'll keep it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As the Oaks Tornadoes will try to get a 2-out rally here going, while for the Lisbon Broncos trying to find a nice tidy top of the first inning. Off speed, and we'll work another full count upcoming here on the way. Well, where we're standing about 430, 440 feet away from home plate, give or take. As this one will miss in the dirt low, and Titus will take a walk, and we'll get the first base runner of the game on the Bank North scoreboard here via the free pass for Titus. Titus, the catcher. And we'll see for Coach Carrigan what the play is put on here with 2 down in the top of the first with Hoisted coming up. Hoisted, a Sargent County Bulldog in the fall when it came to football and basketball, the starting quarterback for Coach Eric Olson, as this one is a hot shot right back up the middle, but the second baseman Cordero puts the foot on the bag. That'll be 4 unassisted, and that'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played a half inning today on the Bank North scoreboard. It's Oaks scoreless. The Broncos coming to the plate.
More at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Bottom of the first inning on yourliveevent.com. The Lisbon Broncos will be coming up to the plate here as Ranky 17 pitches in that very first inning on the way for the pitch count here today in that first inning. We make our way to the bottom of the first inning. Cordero, Lyons, and Bittner, Howard, Johnson, and Welter, Ranky, Hoffer, and Jake Lyons upcoming here for the Lisbon Broncos. Chase Miller with you here today on yourliveevent.com as we'll kind of have a whip around and some in-game updates here. The Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, the Mayport CG Patriots. It's 2-1 Burros, top of the third over the Mayport CG Patriots. And as we go from that game to the Region 1 baseball game that's at Helling Field between Kindred and Oak Grove, it is a 1-0 lead for the Oak Grove Grovers, bottom of the first inning, but the Kindred Vikings knocking on the door with a couple of runners on and nobody out. Again, Oak Grove 1, Kindred scoreless, bottom of the first inning over at Helling Field. As we will take a look at the infield and outfield here for the Tornadoes. Higher and left with Peterson in center, Furter in right. Newstel at third base with Trainer at shortstop. The second baseman is Wagner. Rorick at first. Titus behind the plate with Hoisted on the mound as Cordero takes a strike. Cordero in the tournament, 1 of 3 with 4 runs scored, 4 runs driven in. A couple of stolen bases for Cam as he hits one to straightaway center here. As this one's got a little warning track to it, and that one's going to roll all the way down to the wall as they will make the throw back in. Cordero around second on his way to third. It'll be a stand-up triple for Cordero. And the Lisbon Broncos get their first runner into scoring position here on batter number 1 with a straightaway center shot that rolled all the way to the center field wall here for Cordero and the Broncos. So an extra base hit variety. Second pitch of the at-bat, Cordero laces one over the center fielder head of Peterson, and the wind is carrying again out to center and left. So if he can get a hold of one, that could go a long way. Eli Lyons, the junior catcher, takes the ball. Lyons 3 of 6 with 2 runs scored and 2 runs driven in so far here for Coach Bittner and the Lisbon Broncos. As this is going to be hit on the ground, it's a CNI single, and that one is through for a base knock. The Lisbon Broncos, 4 pitches in, have taken a 1-0 lead over the Oaks Tornadoes. So Lisbon Broncos got the hits going early here against Michael Hoisted. As you will see, Lisbon now with the 1-0 lead, as they will try to pick the runner back at first base. Here's the 1-0 offering upcoming here to Bittner. And Bittner hits one on the ground. This one a chance for 2. They get 1. The second on the relay, not going to be in time, but they do get the lead runner down. So Bittner is retired, or excuse me, Bittner is able to reach on the fielder's choice. So Cordero comes in to score again on the single by Eli Lyons, who's retired at second, and Bittner is retired on the fielder's choice. 1 down with a runner at first base here for the Broncos. Jaden Howard, the senior left fielder, comes up now. This one going to be backhand by the catcher, nicely done by Titus to keep Bittner over at first base. It'll be 1-0. So far the bats for the Lisbon Broncos, they're not wasting any time on Hoisted, not working the count. They're looking for their pitch and attacking as Hoisted throws back over to first base, able to get it back in safely on the dive. Well, teams are in their white pants today. The Oaks in their black tops, Lisbon in their red. Here's the offering on the way. Runner's going to go. Bittner's going to slide in safely, backed up there by the shortstop and trainer. And we'll have a 2-0 count upcoming here to Howard. The pitch from Hoisted. Breaking ball. Able to glove it and keep it close enough was Titus to not allow Howard to try to scamper up an extra 90 feet. As you get the pitch, this one's going to be hit in the air. That'll be down the left field line, but that'll go foul. So a strike on Howard now, 3-1 as we have it on our count here. And the pitch. This one's going to be filleted into center field. Here comes the center fielder as Peterson's able to make the catch in center field. And they get the second out. So Howard is retired on a fly out to center. Bittner stands at second. Now it's batter number 5 of the inning here in Colton Johnson. This one will be in there for a strike at 0-1. No balls and a strike upcoming here to the senior first baseman as Hoisted looking to minimize the damage just to 1. This one will run in at the belt. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 offering. That'll be hit in the air to center field. Peterson will come on, try to catch it, and does, able to tab it nicely there for the center fielder for the Oaks Tornadoes. But for the Lisbon Broncos, we do have a new score. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played 1 today on the Bank North scoreboard. It's Lisbon 1, the Oaks Tornadoes scoreless coming to the plate.
Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
At Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks, they make sure your vehicle gets the best standard of care to get it back on the road as quickly as possible. Lonnie and his team are some of the most highly trained in the industry. With state-of-the-art technology and superior products, your vehicle will leave in great condition. With their drive-in claims area, the process is smooth and easy. Let Abra Auto Body and Glass in Grand Forks provide you and your vehicle with premium care and attention. Open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday. Abra Auto Body and Glass of Grand Forks.
Broadcasting today from the Farmers Union Insurance David Bergman Agency Press Box. Farmers Union Insurance servicing both the Foreman Oaks and surrounding locations and communities. To get in touch with David, call 701-724-6252. That's 701-724-6252. Farmers Union Insurance, David Bergman, Auto Life, Farm and More. Again, servicing both the Foreman Oaks and surrounding communities. As this one is hit right back up the middle. There'll be a leadoff single on the way here for Harry Newstall as the wind gusts have just suddenly decided to really pick up here today out in Fargo. So Newstall able to get aboard here with a base knock. And there's nobody down top of the second against Ranke. This one in there for a strike to Deegan Rorick. It's 0-1. First hit of the game for the Tornadoes. Deegan 2 of 5 in the tournament with 2 runs scored, a run driven in, and a strikeout so far. Ranke sees this one. They got the pick play as they're able to go behind. Now a chance to get in a little bit of pickle as you'll see this by the first baseman throw it, and this one will be out. So taking a couple of hard steps as Newstill paused and went off the glove of Eli Lines for a moment, which allowed Newstill to try to go up a little bit farther. Eventually, Cordero takes a little bit of the brunt there by Newstill, but they're able to get him out, and there's one down. So a leadoff single goes awry here for the Lisbon Broncos. Now Rorick, the senior first baseman, coming up in a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, got him out and check that. The 0-2 count, that'll be a strikeout here, and Cruz Reinke gets his first strikeout of the morning. As there's 2 down now here in the top of the second, the junior left fielder, Sade Heyer, did not go through the zone. They're going to appeal, and they're going to say yes, he did. So make it 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss low for a ball. It's 1-1. As you'll see, this one missing on the outside. 2-1 upcoming. 2 balls and a strike here for Reinke. This will be a high chopper. Chance to play it. He does. The pitcher goes underhanded. Reinke to Johnson. 1-3 on the putout, and that'll retire the Tornadoes here in the second. No runs a hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We have played an inning and a half today on the Bank North scoreboard. It is the Lisbon Broncos 1-0 over the Oaks Tornadoes.
This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at Agassiz Precision Ag, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll cover the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 2nd and 3rd.
This will be hit and over the shortstop Berg into left center field. A run comes in to score with Alexander Rapp.
Optimist Volleyball Series June 16th and 17th.
Blue outside, Linsinger with another hammer.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 14th and 15th.
Baldwin finds Wick. Wick open, three-pointer coming. Yes, sir!
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
As we go to the bottom of the second on the Bank North scoreboard, sharing there for Bank North, their trusted values with generations. Become a trusted financial partner is Bank North. See what values-based banking can do for you. Simply go to banknorth.bank. That is banknorth.bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lenders sharing their ideas with you again at Bank North. 1-0. Able to get ahead in the count here to Elliott Welter is hoisted. No balls and 2 strikes. So for the difference in this one, top of the lineup for the Broncos, particularly the 1-2 batters. This one's going to be hit right back up to the shortstop. Gloves it, fires across. Trainer does a good job collecting his feet, firing across to Rourke, and there's one down here in the bottom of the second inning. Cam Cordero hit a leadoff triple, and Lyons with a single has been the difference so far. As this one is in there for a strike. Nice location there by Hoisted. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's now 0-2 here to Cruz Reinke, the opposing pitcher. As Reinke 0 for 5 with a walk so far here in the tournament. This one is going to be popped up, skied, and given a little bit of chase, but that'll go eventually one hop into the Lisbon Bronco dugout, so not enough airtime there for either Titus or Hoisted to get there respectively. As you'll see it again here for the Oaks Tornadoes. Breaking ball, got him looking, and Reinke is retired. The backwards K there for Hoisted. He gets his first strikeout of the morning. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the second inning. As the Broncos will have Jackson Hoffer, the senior right fielder, as he fires in there. A strike does Hoisted. No balls and a strike here to the number 8 batter in the Lisbon lineup. The 0-1. Breaking ball, and Hoisted is dealing right now here in the second. A ground out, a strikeout. What does he do here to Hoffer? Locating his pitches awfully well here in inning number 2. The 0-2 pitch, as the infield took about a step or two up the third base dugout, thinking that Hoisted was going to get a second straight strikeout. Instead, it will make the count 1-2. 1-2 pitch. This one is strike 3, and that'll retire the side. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Hoisted as we make our way to the top of the third. It's still a 1-0 lead here for the Lisbon Broncos as the Oaks Tornadoes come back to the plate.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We at Irie Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an Irie Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Top of the third inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's the Lisbon Broncos won the Oaks Tornadoes scoreless in a game that got underway at 11:06 this morning here on YourLiveEvent.com. One of 4 games that are currently in action between Region 1 baseball, softball, Region 2 baseball that's making its way. Then we'll get to Region 2 softball a little bit later on here today as well. 8, 9, and 1 batters here to the freshman right fielder, Anthony Ferderer. This one will come in and jam him. Swung on and missed. It's now 1-1. Ferderer, Dobitz, and Trainer do up here for Coach Karajan and the Oaks Tornadoes. The 1-1 pitch, that'll miss. It's now 2-1 for the freshman right fielder. As Ranke, freshman in his own right here, falls behind the count. 2-1. He's swinging a miss, now 2-2. As we'll get the 2-2 offering upcoming here for Ranke. Trying to get that breaking ball, but that'll miss and work the count full. Did see 2 3-ball counts in the first inning with Peterson and Titus. Here's the payoff pitch. 3-2 is going to be skied, and that'll go foul. As we'll have the 3-2 upcoming yet again. That'll be a walk. Second free pass of the game here for the Oaks Tornadoes against Ranke. And there'll be a runner on here, and we'll see what the play is for Oaks as Dobitz comes up to the plate. Dobitz 0-2 so far here in the Region 1 baseball tournament. As the infield plane to potentially bunt with the third baseman there, and Jacob Lyons on the grass. They do a pick play, sliding back in safely as Ferderer. And in a situation like this, sometimes just trying to see if that batter might show what his intentions are at the plate. As Dobitz takes the ball, it's now 1-0. Coming up later here from Teamsters Field, roughly at 1 o'clock, Northern Cass and Central Cass in the winners portion of the Region 1 baseball tournament. 1-0 pitch, Runners in a break late for second base. The throw, the tag, and they got him at second. The tag by Bittner after the throw by Eli Lyons. Anthony is retired, and now it's one down here in the top of the third inning with nobody on. Nice play behind the plate by Lyons. Better tag, if you will, by Bittner just to come across the body. This one's going to be hit on the ground, right back to the pitcher. Ranke will make his toss to Johnson. 1-3 on the putout, and there's two down here in the top of the third inning. The winner of this game again plays the winner of Kindred and Oak Grove. Josh Boyko with the call on that one here on yourliveevent.com. Bottom half of the inning, we will get to some updates here across the region, as this is in there for a strike here to Trainer. No balls, one strike to the leadoff batter, second time through on the way for the Broncos. Against Ranke. Ranke misses outside. That'll be 1-1. The 1-1 offering on the way. That'll miss outside for a ball. It's 2-1. And the other kicker, as the schedules move along throughout the course of the weekend, you have State Track and Field out in Bismarck beginning on Thursday. 2-1 pitch. That'll miss low. Now it's 3-1. So you have that going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and some of these teams are going to be hindered more than others with dual sports and State Track and Field. Here's the 3-1. That'll run out of the zone. It'll be the second walk of the inning, and Trainer able to find a way to get on base. Trainer does have the ability to get stolen bases. He got 3 of them back against the Ball Stars. So the Oaks Tornadoes got a runner on with a 2-out walk with Titus in the first. Newstill was able to get a single in the second, but then he was picked off. And then you've already seen the second walk of the inning here for Oaks as they have the pick play. Colton Johnson at first base applies a tag, but Trainer gets back in there safely. Working from the stretch is Ranke. Runners in a break. The throw is in. Here's the throw by Lyons, and Trainer is in there safely. So James gets a stolen base. Tristan Peterson will see this at a 1-0 count now. A tying run in scoring position here for Oaks. 1 ball, no strikes here to the sophomore center fielder. As the throw and Cordero trying to keep the runner close. It's Trainer trying to see if he can get maybe a little bit of a secondary lead, and if there's an infield single, possibly tie this game up. This will be fouled right back into the netting. It'll be now 1-0. One ball, one strike on the way. The pick play back to second. Not going to be in time. As this one's going to be hit in the air, the center fielder will come under it, and that one will retire the side. So for the Lisbon Broncos, and we'll head to the bottom of the third inning with a 1-0 lead here on the Bank North scoreboard on yourliveevent.com after Tristan Peterson is retired.
Inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
The Rumble on the Red, presented by Ellingson Companies and Gerdau Metals Recycling, is coming to West Fargo, North Dakota. The World of Outlaws and Austin to Drink Sprint Cars come to the Red River Valley Speedway on Saturday, May 31st. Tickets are available now at slspromotions.com or by calling 815-344-2023.
Your bottom of the third inning on yourliveevent.com. It is the 1-0 lead here for the Lisbon Broncos. Just taking a look at our in-game update brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank on some of the other action that is on your live event here today with some of the other scores that are making their way through Region 2 baseball. Got underway about a half hour earlier between Mayport CG and Hillsborough Central Valley up in Hillsborough. The Hillsborough Central Valley Burros with a 2-1 lead, bottom of the fourth inning against the Mayport CG Patriots. Also today on yourliveevent.com, Region 1 softball with Central Cass and Enderlin. As we take a look at that score here quickly, Central Cass all over Enderlin 19-0, top of the third inning. That again is a in-game update brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. 1-2 batters upcoming. Lions, Cordero, and Lions here. That's Jacob Lyons, as this one will miss out of the zone. I know Hoisted trying to avoid a walk to the number 9 batter here, as this one will be in there for a strike. Hoisted wasted very little time for the, taking a look at the pitch count. Hoisted now at 28 pitches, Ranky at 43 so far. Through 3 innings of work for Cruz. Here's the pitch. That'll miss. We got him down for a 3-1 count upcoming here to Jacob. Here's the offering. Going to be hit on the ground. This one will be a slow roller to Wagner at second base. Wagner goes to Rorick, and it's 4-3 on the putout, and there's one down here in the bottom of the third inning. As it goes back to Cordero, who wasted little time, 2 pitches, and hit a frozen rope to straightaway center field. His last time up for a triple. Here's the offering on the way here to Cordero. That'll miss. As this one will come in and hit him, and Cordero is at first base here in the bottom of the third. Eli Lyons with a single. His last time up drove in Cordero for the only run of the game on the Bank North scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Big play, not going to be in time. Here's the pitch. The Lions popped up, giving some chase in front of the dugout. Able to get there is Rorick for the second out on the pop-up. So Rorick is retired. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the third inning. As you see Jordan Bittner with a reach base and a fielder's choice. Here's the throw down to second, not in time, as Cordero gets a stolen base, and he'll get into scoring position here for Bittner. So number 3 batter in the Lisbon Bronco lineup so far here in this tournament for Jordan has 4 runs driven in, trying to make it 5, as this one missed for a ball. As Hoisted looks into his catcher Titus behind the plate. And will also miss for a ball on the way. Ground up for Eli Lyons, hit by pitch for Cordero, who got a stolen base to get to second. Then Eli Lyons with a pop-out, and Jacob Lyons with a ground out. This one will run in and dance, and Bittner will take the walk with the free pass. It'll be the first walk of the game here for Hoisted, and a hit by a pitch here in this inning. Runners at first and second with the ever-dangerous Jaden Howard coming up here for the Broncos. Howard takes an off-speed pitch for a strike. Now 0-1. Howard 4 of 7 at the plate so far here in the Region 1 baseball tournament. As they take a look, and there's going to be a time call here as the Hoisted and Titus going to talk things over, making sure they got their signs all collected going forward. Two down, 2 outs here in the third. The pitch to Howard. This one will be a fly ball. That'll go into the gap here. Trying to grab it, unable to get there. Peterson's going to bring it on in. 1 run comes in to score. It's going to be a double on the way here for Howard, and the Lisbon Broncos have a 2-0 lead. So a 2-0 lead on the way. Runners will make their way now to second and third as Howard able to split the gap here between the left fielder of Heyer and the center fielder of Peterson. Coming in to score will be Cordero from second base. Bittner goes first to third. It's a second extra base and knock on the way here for the Lisbon Broncos as they have a 2-0 lead. As you'll have a runners in scoring position again here for the Broncos. This one will be hit right to Wagner at second. Wagner able to field it. Throws it across to retire the side for a 3 on the putout. But a run does come in off a 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We have a new score on the Bank North scoreboard through 3 innings today here on YourLiveEvent.com. It's Lisbon 2, the Elks Tornadoes scoreless here in Fargo.
Yeah, it's now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ. 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Top of the 4th inning as they deliver a strike here as Cruz ranking on for his 4th inning of work. This one's going to be swung on and missed as there'll be 3, 4, and 5 batters. Titus, Hoisted, and Newstill due up here for the Lisbon Broncos. Pitch, that'll miss out of the zone. It's now going to be 1-1 on the way. 1 ball, 1 strike to the senior catcher. As the wind continues to gust and howl here to straightaway center field, and now makes it 2-1 as you can see some of our cameras, even on a pretty nice platform, kind of wheeling and dealing in their own right. Here's 2-1. That'll miss. Now 3-1 here to Titus. Titus earned a walk his last time up. Able to work the count full, looking to do something similar here for Oaks, who's gotten a little bit of base runners on today against Ranke. Ranke with the high leg kick, but will miss. And that'll be the fourth walk here for Ranke. If there's one thing for Ranke that has hindered him a little bit here throughout the course of this game, it's been the free passes. A walk in the first, a single in the second, 2 walks in the third, but he's been able to work out of a little bit of a jam at particular times throughout and not allow a runner to get to third base so far, however. First pitch swinging, this one is popped up. We'll see the pitcher, Ranke, able to field his own position. And there will be 1 down and 1 pitch. And Michael Hoisted is retired as it goes now to Newstill. As Titus takes his lead off of first base here for the Tornadoes. Pick play, not going to be in time as Titus is there. Ranke looks back into Newstill, who got a single his last time up. There comes a runner going for second, and he's going to be tagged out. Nice throw by Eli Lyons to Bittner. Titus was trying to go for the Olay move at second base, but he is retired, and there is 2 down. So Newstill was out. Titus out as well. In terms of caught stealing or being picked off, this is an inside-out swing. The left fielder will come, and that one will just off his glove. So Newstill able to get an inside-out swing and get aboard after that one hit the glove of Howard. Howard made a good Superman kind of a catch attempt, but it goes off his glove, and the Tornadoes get a runner on here in the top of the 4th inning. So Newstill with his second single, as you'll see Deegan Rorick 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far today here for Oaks. As you'll see Rorick 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Swung on and miss. As right now the tying run at the plate here with Tornadoes in an elimination game. Here's the 0-1 offering from Ranke. That'll be in the dirt. That'll go all the way to the backstop on the wild pitch. Newstill will easily scamper into second base and be in scoring position here for Oaks. So you saw Trainer get into scoring position with the stolen base in the last inning. And we're able to see Harry Newstill get into scoring position here after the wild pitch. Here's the 1-1 to Deegan. That'll be in there for a strike. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 offering. That'll miss for a ball. 2-2 upcoming. Zaid Higher on the on-deck circle. If Deegan Rorick can get aboard here for the Tornadoes, 2-2 will run in. This one will get past the catcher again as Eli Lyons unable to keep that in front of him. Makes the count full, and Newstill now stands at third base. So 3 balls, 2 strikes on the way here to Deegan. As you see Ranke looking to get out of the pickle here in the 4th inning. And he does with the strikeout. As Ranke able to get his second strikeout of the game. As we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, it's Lisbon 2. The Oaks Tornadoes scoreless here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
Here's the 1-1 offering to Welter as we're having some technical issues over at Helling Field here between the Kinder Vikings and the Oak Grove Grovers. This one in there for a strike to Welter, who's 0 for 1 today, is hoisted on for his 4th inning of work. This one is a little golf swing. That'll be over Wagner at second base. So the Lisbon Broncos get a leadoff runner aboard here. As you'll see, Welter get a base knock on the way here for the 4th hit of the game for the Lisbon Broncos. And Lisbon trying to get something cooking here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's a swing. I won't go to Peterson here. Peterson loses the hat, but able to make the catch. And there is one down on the way. As being retired is Cruz Ranke on one pitch. As you'll see Jackson Hoffer. Pitch play on the pick, not in time. Here's the offering upcoming to Hoffer. That one will be out of the zone. It's now 1-0. This one will miss at 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That'll be in there for a strike now at 2-1. Jacob Lyons due up next here for the Lisbon Broncos. After a single by Welter, Ranke with the fly out. Welter still stands at first base. That'll miss just low and make that a 3-1 count. That makes it a walk. So Hoisted will give up his second walk of the game. He also has a hit by pitch. And the Lisbon Broncos trying to open this game up a little bit from the Lisbon perspective, bottom of the 4th inning. As you'll see it here now for the Broncos with Jacob Lyons. And hopping there is Welter, as you saw the shortstop and trainer trying to break in and trying to get out of the way for the baseball. There was Welter, but also potentially the glove by trainer. Wayne stands at second, Newsel at first. Newsel at third with Rourke at first with Titus behind the plate. Aaron left field, Peterson in center, Furter in right. Here's the pitch. I'll be up out of the zone here to Lions. It's Cam Cordero stands on base on the on-deck circle as Coach Karajan will come on talk it over here with Michael Hoisted. Hoisted came in with 56 pitches Again, coming into this game, so second time using Hoisted. Also, just with the amount of days off, you can start reshuffling the deck a little bit here with some of the players and how many days that you have. But just a reminder, you only get 3 appearances regardless. So Hoisted came in with 43 pitches, having 36 left, entering this particular inning for the Oaks Tornadoes. So it's kind of a reset for him. Understand that you only have so many pitches here, and Coach Karajan's going to try to ride him as long as he can. Here's the pitch to Lyons. That'll miss out of the zone. And it's going to be 3-0. Offering on the way. I'll be in there for a strike at 3-1. As the 3-1 pitch, be in there for a strike. It's now 3-2. Three-two pitch, and he popped up. The wind's going to play a little trouble on this one. Trying to backhand it was the Hoisted who missed it, but did a really good job of getting the out, and eventually they do get the tag as Newstill was there to apply the tag after Hoisted missed it. As we said, the wind was going to play a little havoc on it. So it's going to be an infield fly, and then running around third to home, you're going to see Elliot Welter's going to be out, so they're going to rule the infield fly on the play, and that'll retire the side here for the Lisbon Broncos. So no runs come across on one hit, no errors, and one runner left on base. So you get a double play, so you'll get the infield fly, and then they'll throw out Welter with the tag by Newstill, and that'll retire the side here in the Lisbon Broncos in the bottom of the 4th inning on the Make North scoreboard. We head to the top of the 5th. It is a 2-0 lead here for the Broncos.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Keep you updated as much as we can from the Kindred and Oak Grove game. Currently 3-3, top of the 4th inning between the Grovers and the Vikings. Again, 3-3 between the Vikings and the Grovers over at Helling Field. Here at Teamsters Field, top of the 5th, Lisbon Broncos will throw a strike here against the Oaks Tornadoes to Zaid Heyer. So it'll be 7, 8, and 9 batters due up here. Heyer, Furter, and Dobitz upcoming for the Tornadoes. This one's going to be hit on the ground. That one will be backhanded by the first baseman who flips it over and can't get there in time as it's going to get by. So Heyer's going to make his way towards second, and then the right fielder Howard will be there to backhand it there. So you're going to have Johnson make a great backhanded diving play, but then trying to get it to Ranke, and the throwing errors and allowed the runner to get into scoring position here for the Oaks Tornadoes. So first error of the game for either club as Furterer drew a walk his last time up. First pitch swinging, hits one up in the air, and we'll see the third baseman come across here in Jacob Lyons. And there's one down for the Tornadoes here in the top of the 5th inning. Next game scheduled on this field at 1 o'clock between Northern Cass and Central Cass, as they're getting some cuts in the cage right now. As Ranke looks in, this is a fly ball that's going to have some carry to it. The left fielder coming in, that'll be over his head. That'll be over Howard's head, as they will have to get the throw from the fence. One run's coming in. Here's the throw to third, and sliding in with the triple is going to be Anthony Ferderer. Zaid Heyer comes in to score. And check that. That one is going to be for Dobitz, so Dobitz will come on in. As this one's going to be hit, that'll be another base knock on the way. As coming on is going to be James Traynor, so you got on the play, Dobitz comes in. Ferderer, reach base on an error, comes in to score. Dobitz with the triple comes in to score, and Traynor with a base knock comes in as well. And just like that, we have a brand new ball game tied at 2 apiece. As they will come and talk it over here on the mound in this one. So Ferderer able to reach base on the air. The triple on the way for Dobitz, and then Traynor with a single. Able to drive him in. The same here for Dobitz. And we get a 2-2 ball game just like that on the Bank North scoreboard, top of the 5th inning. As we'll get Peterson, Titus, and Hoisted due up again here for the Oaks Tornadoes as they try to keep the rally going in the 5th. Ranke looks in, swung on and miss. Here to Tristan Peterson. So Peterson 0 for 2 today with the ground out and a fly out here in the 5th inning. Here's the 0-1. Runners in a break to second and slide in safely. So Traynor gets his second stolen base of the day as he stands at second. Batter number 4 in the inning here for the Oaks Tornadoes in Tristan Peterson. Is this one that'll miss out of the zone? Here's the opportunity as this one comes in. And sliding back in is Traynor there on being held on. Ranke with the pitch. This one will miss out of the glove of Eli Lyons. First game here for the Lisbon Broncos for Ranke pitching. Hoffer was 78, Bittner was 76, and Cordero with 17 pitches so far here in the tournament as this one is popped up. And that'll be foul out of play. And we'll see a 2-ball, 2-strike count up coming here to the sophomore center fielder in Peterson. Two. This one will miss out of the zone as it's now 3-2. Three-two pitch is going to be smoked down the line, and this one's going to be in there for a fair ball as that one's going to round all the way. Howard will be there. He'll throw it in. This one will go to the third baseman, and it's a RBI double here. The Oaks Tornadoes have taken their first lead of the game on the Bank North scoreboard. Can't fault the hustle play there for Howard. He dove for it about a foot in front of him is where the ball landed. So Traynor comes in to score. Peterson will go to second base, and it's now 3-2 in favor of the visitors in the Oaks Tornadoes on the scoreboard here today. First lead for the Tornadoes is you will see Titus to the plate. big play. Sliding back in is Peterson. Nice piece of hitting here for Oaks so far in terms of what they've been able to do and get some barreled up baseballs against Ranke. As Tristan Peterson took a little spill, looks to be all right. Titus sees this one swung on and miss. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll be out of the zone. Now 1-1. 1-1's going to be hit down the line. This one will go right to the left fielder. Howard was there, didn't have to move too much on that one, a line drive shot. As you'll see, Hoisted coming up to the plate. Pitch by Hoisted's going to be popped up. You'll see the third baseman giving chase to glove it, and that'll retire the side. So Jacob Lyons able to come there, but the Oaks Tornadoes do plant 3 runs across as they were able to get 3 hits in a row after a triple, a double, and a single. There was an error with the runner left on base. We played 4.5 today on the Bank North scoreboard. It's Oaks up by 1 here on your liveevent.com.
I will be your guiding light.
Broadcasting here today from the Farmers Union Insurance David Bergman Agency broadcast booth, your headquarters for home, auto, life, farm, and ranch. Not all products are underwritten by Farmers Union Insurance. Call 701-724-6252. That's 701-724-6252. Farmers Union Insurance servicing both the Foreman, Oaks, and surrounding communities. Get in touch with David Bergman today again at 724-6252. Broadcasting here in Fargo. It's the Oaks Tornadoes with 3 runs across in the top of the 5th inning. As we go to the bottom of the 5th now for the Lisbon Broncos for the first time today, trailing on the Bank North scoreboard. They will have a good part of the lineup coming up. 1, 2, 3 batters trying to get something going against Hoisted on the mound here for the Oaks Tornadoes. Winner of this game makes their way over to Helling Field here at Theraldson Park Complex as the Kindred Vikings and the Oak Grove Grovers currently in action. Right now, latest score we heard there, tied at 3 apiece in the 4th inning between the Grovers and alongside the Kindred Vikings. That one currently now in the 5th, tied at 3 apiece. So 5th inning tied at 3 on your liveevent.com for an in-game update. Here's the pitch on the way to Cordero. That one will miss. Cordero with the hitter's count. We'll see if he gets a green light here on 3-0. Cordero will take a 4-pitch walk. And the Lisbon Broncos with the tying run at first base. You see Eli Lyons with a single in the first, popped out his last time up in inning number 3. It's Hoisted. Misses low, now 1-0. One ball, no strikes on the way to the number 2 batter and the junior catcher. Pick play as Cordero slides back in safely at first. Here's the 1-0. That'll hit him And from here, it almost looked like it might have went and behind his back, but it hit him. So Cordero will take second base. Eli Lyons will be at first. Now you get to Jordan Bittner. Bittner has reached base twice, once on a fielder's choice, once on a walk. This one's going to be a strike, but off the glove of Titus. Runners will move up then on the pass ball. Be 0-1 to Bittner, but now Cordero at third base, and Eli Lyons stands at second. Bittner hits one. This one into the gap, and that one will one-hop all the way to the wall. So 1 run will come in, 2 runs will come in. Bittner's going to stay put at second base. It's a bases clearing double, and the Lisbon Broncos have taken the lead back now at 4-2. So Cordero comes in to score, Lyons comes in to score, Bittner reaches base for his third time. It's a 2 RBI double on the way for Bittner, as the Lisbon Broncos have the lead now. This one will be in there for a strike here to Howard. Howard 1 of 2 today with a flyout and a double. Here's the 0-1. This one will be fisted foul at 0-2. Batter number 4 in the lineup here for the Lisbon Broncos. 3 batters up, 2 batters in so far. This one will be in the dirt to Titus. It's now 1-2. Game that's about 70 minutes old here in this one. This will be hit on the ground. That's through for a base knock on the way into right field, or into left field, excuse me. As this would be a base knock for Howard. Runners will be at the corners now for the Broncos. And Howard with a double and a single here today. Bittner stands at third. And the Broncos still with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So after Oaks plated 3 runs in the top half of the 5th, Lisbon so far with 2 runs in the bottom half. As you'll see, Hoisted try to see if he can fake the runner at first and possibly get the lead runner in Bittner to scamper off third base a little bit. Here's the pitch. Be in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Colton Johnson 0 for 2 today with a fly out and a ground out. Would like to get something in the air and bare minimum drive in Bittner with at least a sacrifice fly variety. 0-1 pitch. That'll be out of the zone. Now it's 1-1. As you'll see, the 1-1 pitch. That'll be off the catcher's glove. Bittner will stay close at third base, but Howard gets into scoring position. Now it's 2-1. So runner in scoring position now, 2 of them here for the Broncos with a hitter's count to Johnson. This one going to be off the glove. Bittner's going to come in and he will score. So a pass ball on the way. It'll be 5-3. Coming in will be Jordan Bittner. Howard will make his way to third. It'll be a 3-1 count here to Johnson. 3-1 is going to be popped up. This one will come in, and you see the shortstop right there, and he will glove it, but then dropped it. Trying to pick it up, but unable to do so there was Trainer as he was making the backstop. As we'll have a quick time here for Coach Garrigan, so you'll get a error on the play. And you'll see Johnson reaching base on an error, and we'll have runners now at the corners, and we'll get, looks like a new pitcher coming in here for the Oaks Tornadoes. I'll let you know about it next here on your LiveEvent.com.
The Northern Cast Booster Club is here for all Jaguar students from academics, arts, athletics, and co-curricular activities throughout the school year. You can find more information or become a Northern Cast Booster Club member today by scanning the QR code on screen now, or follow the Northern Cast Booster Club on Facebook for updates throughout the year, or simply search for the Northern Cast Booster Club page on the Northern Cast School website. Go Jags!
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
This will be a straight switch on the way as the pitcher in Hoisted will go to shortstop, and shortstop Trainer will go to the pitcher. Now runners at the corners. Hoisted in this game, 4 innings of work, 6 hits, 5 runs. He's on the hook for the 2 runners, 5 free bags and 2 strikeouts, with 4 of those being walks and 1 being a hit by pitch. Welter takes a strike. It's now 0-1 on the way to the number 6 batter. Welter, the center fielder, 1 of 2 today. Breaking ball makes it now 0-2. Elimination game. There's 4 teams right now between Kindred, Oak Grove, Oaks, and Lisbon, all in this elimination 11 a.m. contest. As being retired there is Welter via the strikeout by Trainer, and there's 1 down. So it's all about finding a way to win this one, win the 1 o'clock afternoon game, and if you can do that, you find yourself, whether it's Tuesday, Wednesday, or who knows when, to play in one of the last 3 teams remaining. We know Northern Cass and Central Cass, no matter what happens later today, will be in that last 3 teams remaining bracket. It's just a matter of who's going to join them. This Trainer against Ranke here. The 0-1. That'll miss out of the zone. It's 1-1. Ranke with a strikeout and a flyout so far here today for Lisbon. The Broncos would love to bring another run across so far in the inning, where they have plated 3. They have matched what Oaks has done the top half of the inning, as this one's going to be hit right back up the middle. A chance for 2. Hoisted gets there. Can't get quick enough to try to make the chance on the double play on the 6-4-3, or they're going to call interference. They will. They'll call interference as Colton Johnson never went to go slide, so Hoisted came across, and as Hoisted came across to throw, he just couldn't throw as the runner was there still standing up, so they're going to call a double play. So 3 runs come across as they're able to get 2 hits on the way, an error, and 1 runner left on base. But a new score here through 5 innings today on the Bank North scoreboard. It's a 5-3 game in favor of the Lisbon Broncos on your LiveEvent.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
Top of the sixth inning here on your liveevent.com. Update for you. Interference for the runner at third. Run does not count, so it's 5-3. So interference again for the third out. Run does not count on that double play. Otherwise, being out would have been Ranky potentially at first from where we saw it here. As we make our way to the top of the sixth inning, the lefty Newstel had a hopper down the first base line, but it went foul. It's now 0-1, so the Oaks Tornadoes down to their final 6 outs after 3 runs come across again in the 5th. Here's the 0-1 offering to Newstel. This will be hit on a rope right to the center fielder as that one will one hop in front of the center fielder in Welter. And Newstel, who's barreled up a couple of baseballs here today, gets back on board for the Oaks Tornadoes. Newstel has reached base all 3 times, as you will see now. Deegan Rourke, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, both swinging, back in the 2nd and the 4th inning. As they pick over to Newstel, not going to be in time, as we have an update for you here on your liveevent.com. 3-3, top of the 6th inning between Oak Grove and Kindred. There's a 2-hopper to the third baseman. This one will be off the glove of Cordero, and the Oaks Tornadoes get runners at first and second. So you had the third baseman, Jacob Lyons, make the throw over to the second baseman, Cordero, but Cordero just went down about a foot to glove it, and as he did, went off of his glove. And just like that, the Tornadoes knocking on the door, top of the 6th. Zaid Heyer due up next. Heyer looking to bunt. This one's going to be popped up, and that'll go foul, as it will be 0-1. No balls and a strike here to Zaid, the junior left fielder. 0 for 2 so far here in this one. As this one will be swung on. Miss, now 0-2. Cruz Ranke continuing to work here for the Lisbon Broncos. 5 innings of work so far. He has given up 5 hits in this one. 3 runs, couple walks, 2 strikeouts. So run in. It'll be 1-2. As this schedule has just continued to move around a lot of games with what Mother Nature has had in store the last couple of days. And of course, the one nice day maybe for some graduation open houses was yesterday. And of course, one of those days where kids would love and parents would love to sit out in a nicer weather temperature, but go from a week ago being about 95 degrees, 30, 40 mile an hour winds roughly around the region, to now it's in the 40s with that same mile an hour wind gust about. Here's the pitch to Zaid. This one will run in. And that one is going to be a strikeout, and Heyer is retired. So Ranke with the large out number 1 to keep the runners at second and third as well. And we'll see the runner. And it looks like we'll have a pinch hitter coming up here for the Tornadoes potentially. Looks like to be Erickson Wyckoff here to pinch hit. So Braxton will be coming up. First pitch, swinging, hits one to left. Howard is there to get 1 out. A chance for 2 for the double play, not in time. But Braxton comes in and does a nice job. First pitch swinging. And there's 2 down. As you'll see Dobitz, but Bittner will come on and talk it over here with the infield here in a moment. As you do have 2 down here, and Dobitz's last time up hit a ringing triple to left over the left fielder of Howard. If he can put something in the outfield here, a chance to tie the ball game up for the Tornadoes in the top of the 6th inning, where lights have been on from the start here in this one with the overcast skies today here in Fargo. They had that meeting just off the side of the mound. So runners at first and second. Second is Newstall. Runner at first is Deegan Rorick. As Ranke looks in. Here's the pitch. That one will miss the zone. It's now 1-0. Then back to James Trainer, due up next. Here's the snap throw back to the first baseman, Jacob Lyons, but there is Deegan Rorick. And we'll have the 1-0 upcoming. This one swung on. It's now 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. This one's going to be hit up the third base line, but it'll be foul. This will now be 1-2. So after a single and an error, Ranke was able to get a strikeout looking, a line drive out. Now has a 1-2 count upcoming here to Dobitz. One, two, that'll be out of the zone. Now 2 balls in, 2 strikes. And the 2-2, that'll miss. Makes the count full. Some good at bat here by Dobitz, falling behind. Now able to make it at 1 ball and 2 strikes all the way to a full count. Here's the 3-2 offering. A chance for a pick play as Cordero holds the runner at second there with Newstall. Three-two pitch. That one's going to be popped up. This will be towards the third baseman, and there's going to be Jacob Lyons to retire the side. So the Tornadoes get 2 on, but leave them aboard here in the top of the 6th as we make our way to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still a 5-3 lead for Lisbon.
Hit the ground with summer lawn and gardening projects, and Mayport Hardware is here to help. Stop by the greenhouse and browse the wide selection of flowers to liven up your yard. From the outdoor power tools of mowers, tillers, and trimmers to the lawn care essentials of seeds, fertilizers, and top-tier gardening tools, let Mayport Hardware transform your yard to where the grass is greener. Come visit Tim, Sue, and the staff at Trail County's Hardware Hank on Main Street in Mayville.
The World of Outlaws late models return to the Norman County Raceway, Ada, Minnesota, June 28th. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown. Presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Enjoy the experience. Nationwide top 10 experience last year. Let's make it number 1 this year. World of Outlaws late models. Ada Building Center LLC start to finish showdown. Presented by R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Tickets now available. ncraceway.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning, it's the Lisbon Broncos 5, the Oaks Tornadoes 3, and some chance for some insurance here for the Lisbon Broncos. If you just joined us, here's a Dakota Heritage Bank in-game update. Dakota Heritage Bank sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. Lisbon are running the first, they're running the third, 3 runs in the 5th. While for the Oaks Tornadoes, all their runs in the top of the 5th inning. So far, Bittner 2 runs driven in, a run driven in by Howard and Eli Lyons as well from the Bronco perspective. That's an in-game update again brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. As the pitch. Strike 3 looking. And Jackson Hoffer is retired. And Trainer has pitched an inning and a third now. And there's one down, bottom of the 6th inning. So we'll have Jacob Lyons at the plate. This one will be outside for a ball. It's now 1-0. And back to the top of the lineup here for the Broncos. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll miss. 325 down the line, 360 in the gaps, 390 to straightaway center. This will be 3 balls in, no strikes. .30 pitch. This one will run and miss. It'll be a 4-pitch walk on the way for Lions here. And the Lisbon Broncos have had at least a base runner on in every inning outside of the second, where hoisted at a 3-up, 3-down with 2 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Able to get back at first base was Jacob Lyons. This Cordero, triple, hit by pitch, and a walk so far today, with a couple runs coming on in. This Cordero has scored 3 of the 5 runs here this morning into the afternoon for the Lisbon Broncos. This one in there for a strike. This Cordero, second pitch of the game, hit one for a triple back in the 11 o'clock hour. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, called for a strike, now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 offering. That'll run in at the hands. It's now 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Curveball got him looking. Pulling the string is Trainer for his 3rd strikeout. And there is 2 down. Big 12-6 breaking ball there by Trainer to get the 2nd out. As you'll see Eli Lyons here to the plate. Lyons hits one down the 3rd base line. That'll be a fair ball, and we'll see how far Mr. Jacob Lyons can run, as they're going to get the throw in. That'll go all the way to home, which will allow the secondary runner in Eli Lyons to get to 2nd. So runners will be now at 2nd and 3rd with 2 down. So a single for Eli he will take. Second base on the throw. As you'll see Jordan Bittner, who's reached base all 3 times, he's going to get intentionally walked. Then we're going to get a courtesy runner into the game as well for the Lisbon Broncos, as number 4 will be coming on here, and Grayson Lyons. And Bittner gets the intentional walk. As you'll see, base is full. And this one will miss out of the zone. Here to Jaden Howard. 6th batter to the plate for the Lisbon Broncos here in the inning. Howard going to swing, and this one will go foul. It's now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nowhere to put Howard. That one in there for a strike. It's 1-2. One-two pitch. There's a fly ball that's going to be to left. Going. And this will be over the left fielder in Heyer. As Heyer's going to have to go all the way to the fence. Here's the relay throw. 1 run's coming in. 2nd run's in. It's a bases clearing double here for Howard. And the Lisbon Broncos have a 8-3 lead. Howard with the big hit on the way. It's now 8-3 here for Lisbon. So 4 runs driven in here for Howard. 3 in just that at bat. Jacob Lyons comes in, Grayson Lyons comes in to score, and Bittner goes first, a third off, swinging with 2 outs. This one is going to be backhanded there by Titus to Colton Johnson. It's now 1-0. So some big insurance runs there for the Lisbon Broncos. They're able to get 3 runs across in both the 5th and the 6th innings on the Bank North scoreboard. As the pitch will be upcoming here from Trainer. This will be smoked, and that'll be on a line drive right in front of the left fielder. Higher will come in. There's the throw home coming in, and this one will be up the line. It'll be an RBI single variety for Colton Johnson. And now it's a 9-3 lead here for the Broncos. So Johnson with his first hit of the game. A walk. Make that a strikeout, a walk, and a strikeout. Single, intentionally walk, double, and a single here today in the 6th inning for the Broncos. And this one off the hand of Trainer, as you see Welter at the plate, who's 1 of 3 today. Hits one on the ground. This one will go to the shortstop. Shortstop will go across. This one to Hoisted, 6-3 on the putout, and that'll retire the side, but not before the Lisbon Broncos put 4 runs up on the Bank North scoreboard. As we make our way to the top of the 7th inning, we got a new score. Lisbon 9, Oaks 3 coming to the plate.
Safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has brought in to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
On YourLiveEvent.com update for you over at the Kindred and Oak Grove contest. It's 3-3, top of the 7th inning between the Vikings and the Grovers. Winner of that game has the winner of this game coming up, as we'll have a new pitcher. Riley Moss will be stepping in now after coming in for Cruz Ranke, who goes 6 innings here today. Able to pitch efficiently well outside of just that 1 inning in the 5th, where he gave up all 3 runs to the Oaks Tornadoes back in the 5th inning. Outside of that, 6 hits, as the Tornadoes left 6 runners on base. Able to get 4 walks and a couple of strikeouts, as the Oaks Tornadoes down to their final 3 outs of the ball game, where 7 runs have come across in the 5th and the 6th for the Lisbon Broncos. This one is going to be hit right back up the middle. And the Oaks Tornadoes, what they need is base runners. They were able to get that right off the bat here with Trainer. Trainer hits one right back up the middle for a single. As we got some sprinkles making their way down from the skies here in this one. As that was one thing we were hoping to avoid here today, is trying to get these games and I'm playing a little bit earlier was trying to avoid the rain that possibly could be coming down, as we'll have a balk call here. So you'll get runners now at first to second base with Trainer. We do have a little shower, nothing that's too hard in it currently, but a little shower that is starting to form a little bit south of us here in Fargo. This one swung on a miss. It's now 0-1 here to Tristan Peterson. Runner in second base. Breaking ball. That'll miss low. It's now 1-1. Here's the pitch. That'll go all the way to the backstop on the wild pitch, and Trainer will get to third base here. Titus on the on-deck circle, then Michael hoisted following that. Here for the Tornadoes, down to their final 3 outs. Good start to the inning with Trainer. Peterson, see if he can get aboard. This one will be hit on the ground. That'll go to the third baseman. And this one will be out at first. Going in to score will be Trainer. Lisbon will take that as Peterson is retired. 5-3 on the putout. Does get a run driven in. The Oaks Tornadoes now with 1 down, nobody on, but they have cut into that deficit at 9-4. This is the number 3 batter here with Titus with a couple of walks here today as reach base. Line drive out his last time up to Hoffer at left field. Here's the pitch on the way. It'll miss. It'll be 2-0. Here's the 2-0 offering. This one will be hit in the air. That'll go to the right fielder. Is coming in on that one will be the Broncos, and there's 2 down. As you'll see the 2-0 pitch upcoming. As this one misses inside to Hoisted after the fly out by Titus. And the 1-0. This will be hit high, fly ball into left. It has a little bit of carry to it, and that one's going to be a base knock. An extra base knock variety as that one gets and splits Howard and Welter into left center field. And it's a double on the way for the Tornadoes as they will have a runner in scoring position with 2 down. So a double for Hoisted, as you will see Harry Newstill, who's 3 of 3 today, with all singles here in this one for Oaks. As he's put the barrel to the baseball here in this one. Here's the pitch upcoming to Newstill. That'll be all the way to the backstop, so going to third base will be Hoisted. It'll be 1-0 here to the freshman third baseman, Harry. Deegan Rourke, then Zaid Hyer due up after that. Here's the 1-0 offering. This one is going to be hit. That'll be a fly ball to center. Welter's there, and that'll retire the Tornadoes and the side here in this contest. As the Lisbon Broncos survive and advance here in their first game of the day, as they will pick up the win by a final of 9-4 in a game that wraps up at 12:45 here in this one. So 9-4 Lisbon over Oaks here on the Bake North scoreboard. Coming up, we'll get to our post-game show, brought to you in part by Red River Valley Speedway, Norman County Raceway, take a look at the final numbers in this one. That and more still to come here from Fargo as Oaks wraps up their season. Lisbon will play the winner of Oak Grove and Kindred coming up later today here in Fargo.
More at War. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Since its beginning, the Central Cast Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cast High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cast Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcastboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcastboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
As we come back here on the postgame show, again, your final Lisbon Broncos win it 9-4 as they will rake the infield and get ready for our next game with the Central Cast Squirrels and Northern Cast, the Jags. Lisbon 9 runs here in this contest as they were able to get 9 runs on 9 hits today, 2 errors with 6 runners left on base. Well, for the Oaks Tornadoes, 4 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, and 7 runners left on base. For Oaks, going through winning pitcher, Cruz Ranke, 6 innings of work as he gave up in this one 6 hits, 3 runs on the 5th inning. And then from there, a couple of free passes with 3 strikeouts here today. Rylan Moss, 1 inning of work in relief. Michael Hoisted, 4 innings of work in his own right, 6 hits, 5 runs against. Make that 5 runs against. There was 4 walks and a hit batter and 2 strikeouts. Then James Trainer comes on for the last 2 innings of work in relief. Trainer in this one on our post-game show, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. Finishes 2 for 3 with 2 stolen bases and 2 runs scored for the senior in his final game for Trainer for the Tornadoes. Tristan Peterson goes 1 of 4 with a double here for the sophomore. The senior catcher reaches base twice. Titus 0 for 2 with a pair of walks. Michael Hoisted was able to reach base on a double back in the 7th. Harry Newstall 3 for 4 with 3 singles. Deegan Rorick reaches base once on an error. Zaid Heyer goes 0 for 3 today. Anthony Ferderer goes 0 for 1. Then from there, coming in was Braxton Erickson. Wyckoff goes 0 for 1, and Dobitz here in this one goes 1 of 3 with a run scored and a triple. For Cam Cordero, able to reach base 3 times on a triple, hit by pitch and a walk, gets 3 runs scored here in this one. Eli Lyons was able to get on board 3 times as he would go 2 for 3. Grayson Lyons would come in and score for him in the 6th. Jordan Bittner reaches base all 4 times on a fielder's choice, a walk, a double, and an intentional walk. Gets 2 runs to come in. Jaden Howard with 4 runs driven in, a double back in the 3rd, and a double in the 6th inning as well. He goes 3 for 4 from the plate. Colton Johnson reaches base twice with a single and an error. Elliot Welter goes 1 of 4. Cruz Ranke 0 for 3. Jackson Hoffer 0 for 2 with a walk. Then Jacob Lyons here in this one reach base twice here in this one, most recently with a walk and a run scored back in the 6th. When we come back after this on our Norman County Raceway, Red River Valley Speedway post-game show, we'll get to our player of the game, let you know what's going on between Kindred and Oak Grove. That and more still to come.
Our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Plus, Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting and paint mixing section for your own do-it-yourself projects. From their grill selection with Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to their customer laser engraving center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
As we continue here on our post-game show, brought to you in part by Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway. As we get to our player of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes Enbridge energy. You can give this one of two ways, but Jaden Howard really got the big knocks when the Lisbon Broncos needed it, particularly putting the game away with the bases clearing 3 RBI double in the 6th inning. Jaden Howard is our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That again is Enbridge.com. Our play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Egg, is Mr. Eli Lyons behind the plate, getting a couple of runners off, one on a pick, one on a couple of stolen base attempts, as Eli Lyons was able to get a couple extra outs for his pitcher in Cruz Ranke here today, and in doing so helped the Lisbon Broncos come away victorious here in this one in terms of his play behind the plate and taking down some of the Oaks Tornadoes base runners. That is brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro. Visit planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com here in this one. And our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection, a tip of the cap going out to the seniors here for the Oaks Tornadoes with Trainer, with Rourke, Hoisted, alongside with Titus and Brooks, the 5 seniors on the roster for the Oaks Tornadoes here this season. Always tough when your season comes to a close, and particularly when you're wondering when and how and where you're going to play a game throughout a Region 1 a baseball tournament like this as well. But the Tornadoes got the lead at 3-2 in the top of the 5th inning. Lisbon just immediately responded, but the Oaks Tornadoes were able to get runners on in every inning here in this one, but they do fall short as they leave 7 runners on base. But tip of the cap for Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection goes out to the Oaks seniors here in this one. As the Oaks seniors, their season comes to a close. Go to halsteadtel.com for more on Halstead Telephone Company. So what will be happening next here on this field, on Teamsters Field, will feature the Central Cass Squirrels and Northern Cass, the Jags. The winner makes their way to the championship. The loser will go to a loser-out game then coming up, while the Oak Grove Grovers and the Kindred Vikings are currently in action right now. Last we heard was top of the 7th inning on yourliveevent.com. We'll take a quick break. We'll put a bow on this one next on our Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway postgame show.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Again, the Lisbon Broncos will be making their way from Teamsters Field to Helling Field here in Fargo as they await the winner of either Oak Grove or the Kindred Vikings, as that one is currently still underway. Last report we heard was tied at 3 apiece between the Vikings and the Grovers in what is also an elimination game. As the last we heard, that was in the 7th inning. But we'll keep you apprised of what's going on in that one. Again, for more information on the Norman County Raceway and the Red River Valley Speedway, simply go to normancountyraceway.com. That's normancountyraceway.com, or check out the Red River Valley Speedway website at redrivervalleyspeedway.com. Broncos with the 5-run winner here today, as both teams here between the Squirrels and the Jags are about ready to get in their infield, outfield work, which means we will step aside and get you ready for our post-game show coming up here in just a few moments between the Jags and the Squirrels on your liveevent.com.